Hi guys, this is Marvin from shopsadapage.com and today we have another Akko keyboard review for you guys. We're taking a look at the Akko 3108 Tokyo World Tour Edition. This is for our ladies out there, and even though most of my subscribers are men, I still would like to give you girls some love. And boys, if you're looking to get your girl into the mechanical keyboard world that we love, make sure to show her this video so she'll understand more why we spend too much money. I'm also going to announce the winner of our Unpro 2 giveaway in this video, so make sure you watch the entire thing. With that out of the way, let's get into it. The packaging for this keyboard is pretty similar to the Akko 3108 Dragon Ball Z edition that I previously reviewed because they are basically the same in almost all aspects, but they also have a lot of key differences that we're talking about in this video. So in front, we have the preview of the keyboard with the Tokyo World Tour set of keycaps, which you can actually get separately from banggood.com. At the back of the box, we have the specifications, model name, and a blank keyboard image. And that's about it for the preview around the box, so let's see what comes in the package. Inside the box, we have a plastic dust cover, pretty standard for Akko keyboards. And then the keyboard itself protected by foam sleeve. We also have the user manual that is also applicable to Akko 3087. It looks quite similar to what the Goku edition has, but this one is just plain paper, one of the reasons why this board is significantly cheaper than the Goku version. Inside the box, you also have a few more items. We have a pink USB Type-C cable that perfectly matches the color of the keyboard. The plugs have caps, and the USB Type-C plug has a protrusion that will guide it through the USB Type-C port. The plugs are also gold-plated, much like the Goku edition. We also have the same purple wire keycap holder here. We also have a bunch of novelty keycaps, but unlike the Goku edition with the 7 Dragon Balls, this one has 2 for the enter keys and 4 for additional 4 keys on the upper right side of the keyboard. Now, let's take a look at the Akko 3108 Tokyo World Tour Edition. As you can see, it is a full-size keyboard, which means we have a numpad right here. The build construction is pretty good with a weight of around 1,157 grams, which is a tad lighter than the Goku edition. As expected, it doesn't flex at all due to its quite hefty metal backplating and solid hard plastic shell. Flipping it on its side, we can see that the top shell spans down the entire keyboard, covering the bottom housing for a much more cleaner look. It also has the same inclination as the Goku edition, but they differ in terms of the keycaps profile. This one uses the cherry profile, which is shorter in height than the OEM profile. The housing features a high-profile design hiding the switches. At the back side, we can see the USB Type-C port with slots for the protrusion that I've mentioned earlier. On the other side, unlike the Goku edition, it doesn't have any logo. Overall, the design and build quality is really good with this one. At the back of the keyboard, we have 5 rubber feet, and like the Goku edition, it also has 4 stands, 2 on each side with both of them having a rubber tip, which I really appreciate. We also have the USB Type-C port at the center and some cable routing channel. And lastly, we have the model name and certifications right here. Flipping it back in front, let's discuss the layout. As I've mentioned, this is a full-sized keyboard with dedicated numpad, which for a lot of people is actually very important, especially in a productivity standpoint. We also have an additional 4 keys here for the calculator, mute, and volume up and down. Of course, we have the arrow keys, complete nav cluster, and all the usual keys. The layout is ANSI standard, so looking for keycap replacement should be pretty easy, but much like the Goku edition, you're getting this because of these Tokyo World Tour keycaps, so I assume you wouldn't even bother replacing this. The font's design and quality is quite decent and clean. The fonts are very clear thanks to its dye-sublimated legends. Like the Goku edition, this keyboard also doesn't have LED backlighting out of the box, but that's okay since the keycaps are non-backlit anyways. If you want to add LEDs in the future, you can do so since it also has slots for a 2-pin LED diode. As I've mentioned earlier, this keyboard also comes with a few additional novelty keycaps that you can install on the keyboard to complete the overall Tokyo World Tour theme. The cable also matches the keyboard, but you can definitely use any USB Type-C cable if you want. In terms of the switches, like the Goku edition, this one is also available in Cherry MX switches. But what I have here is the version with Akko's own brand of switch, and this one in particular has Akko Blue switches, which is really more like a teal color, but has the same clicky characteristics as a normal blue switch and also requires 60 grams of actuation force. As per my testing, they sound almost the same, but the Akko switch has a slightly less tactile bump compared to a Cherry MX Blue. When it comes to the keycaps like the Goku edition, this one has keycaps that are made of 85% PBT plastic with dye-sublimated legends. PBT plastic is known to be much more durable than ABS plastic and doesn't shine easily over time. And dye sublimation is another process of printing the legends by combining the dye substance into the PBT plastic seamlessly, so they will never fade away and you'll barely feel them on top of the keycaps, unlike pad printing. As you can see, like the Goku spacebar, the Tokyo World Tour spacebar dye sublimation is pretty good with the image of Mount Fuji and cherry blossoms. The other novelty keycaps dye sub characters are equally good as well. The thickness of the keycaps is around 1.2 to 1.3mm like the Goku edition. With regards to the stabilizers, it does have some noticeable wobble to it, but surprisingly, it doesn't reflect on the actual sound it produces when being tapped, so it's still quite good. Same goes with the modifiers like the shift key. Alright guys, here's a quick sound test so that you can have an idea how the Akko Blue Switch sounds. And as usual, here's a quick size comparison for some of the keyboards I previously reviewed. So we have the 10 keyless Durgad K320 and the 60% Unpro 2 keyboard right here. As you can see, the difference in terms of their size is very significant, but like I said earlier, for some people they just can't live without the numpad, so they are willing to accept the size of a full-size keyboard. Since this keyboard is a full-size keyboard, it has the usual LED indicator for numlock, caps lock, and scroll lock here up top. The texture of the body like the Goku edition is smooth but not glossy, which I highly appreciate. In addition, the color of the housing also perfectly matches the keycaps. I also like the cable routing channels as well as the reinforced USB Type-C port. The two-step stands with both having rubber tips that you won't usually see on a budget keyboard is also highly appreciated. Moving on, let's discuss the performance and my experience with this keyboard. Even though it doesn't have an accompanying software, it does have a built-in macro recording mode. If you want to learn more about that, you can watch my review of the Akko 3108 Goku edition so that you can also have a better idea about the Goku version that I keep on mentioning on this video. With regards to the performance, this keyboard has NKRO or N-key rollover feature, which allows you to press multiple keys at the same time without any conflicts. As expected, it is working properly as you can see here. In my experience, I only encountered quite a few keyboards that actually doesn't have this feature. Now when it comes to the typing experience, like with any other keyboard with clicky switches, it is very satisfying to type with because not only you have perceivable feedback with audible clicks, but you also have a subtle tactile feel with these Akko Blue switches. If you prefer a more pronounced tactile bump, then go for the Cherry MX Blue variant. The Cherry Profile keycaps is also regarded as one of the most comfortable profile when it comes to keycaps because of its shorter height compared to the usual OEM profile. In terms of gaming, it will depend on your personal preference whether you like the click sound to go along with your in-game audio or not, and if the click and tactile feedback don't get in the way of your gaming experience. Performance-wise, you're not going to have any issue with the Akko Blue switches. It's worth noting though that most competitive gamers prefer linear switches, especially the speed version ones for faster actuation. Alright guys, before we finish this video, I would just like to announce the lucky winner of our Unpro 2 60% mechanical keyboard giveaway. And the winner is... Congratulations! Thank you for joining this giveaway and for showing your support. We'll have more giveaways in the future for sure. Now to conclude, much like the Goku version, the Akko 3108 Tokyo World Tour Edition is a great novelty keyboard when it comes to design and construction, with its decent dye sublimated characters and great overall build quality. Whether you're a fan of the place itself or you just like the aesthetics of the white and pink set of keycaps with its additional novelty keys, this is certainly a great option. The good thing is that you can also get the keycaps only from banggood.com if you don't necessarily need the entire keyboard. There you have it guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to check the full article link below. Huge thanks to banggood.com for sending this in and for sponsoring this giveaway. Don't forget to use our product links below in case you decide to get this keyboard. I'll also put the code that you can use for additional discount. By the way, I'm going to review another Unpro 2 keyboard soon in different color with Kale box switch, so watch out for that as well. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you like this, and see you next time. Have a great day.